The episode you're about to watch is a sample episode from our member exclusive section. So we now have a member section for our website where you can support our channel by subscribing. You will also get access to member exclusive content. If you guys enjoy the content that you're about to watch, become a member. We really appreciate your support. Thank you. All right, welcome to another episode in the Rails Foundation series. In this episode right here, we're going to be testing the admin user authentication that we built in the previous episode. So over here, we created the test file and we created the controller, and basically we, made sure that, we need to have an admin user before we let anybody into our admin area. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to write the test to go with it. So I'm going to head over into the user here. And in the previous episode, we left off where I mentioned that we're going to, put in the password digest a little bit later. So we're going to do that in this episode right here. So I'm going to head over into the terminal. I want to demonstrate something to you guys. So if you remember correctly, when we enable the has secure password, we needed to use the bcrypt gem. And so what we need to do is we need to use a bcrypt to generate the password for our fixture over here. So I'm going to demonstrate to you guys. I'm in the Rails console right now, and what I'm going to do is a bcrypt password.create. So I can put in like a string over here, and it's going to generate me the bcrypt password that's going to need to go into the fixture. So what I can do is I can actually use this part here to generate the fixture for us. So here I'm going to go ahead and you can use ERB tags just like that. And I can copy and I can paste it down here as well. All right, so now we have the correct password digest for our model, and we're going to use this a little bit later down the line. So what we can do now is we can actually test our controller. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to write two tests, one for the admin user and one for the regular user. So I'm going to go ahead and here and start a test. Allow our admin user, do end. And here we're going to load up the admin user. So user equals users admin user. And then what we're going to do is we basically need to set the session. So, if we go back to look at the authentication code, here you can see that we're setting the session user ID. So we need to do the same thing in our test over here. So here I'm going to do request.session user ID equals user.id. So now we're going to spoof the session by just loading the user and making sure that, we're going to authenticate with this current user here, with this user that we just loaded, the admin user. And then basically what needs to happen is when we access the index space, so get index, the response should be a success. So assert response success. So I'm going to do a rake to run the test. So I'm going to exit from here, rake, and the test is going to pass. There we go. So now what we need to do is, let's say if we put a regular user in our test over here, and I do rake, we're going to see that it's going to fail because, when it's a regular user, not an admin user, it's going to return a redirect. So to test that, what I'm going to do is just going to copy this code over here, and I'm going to paste this down here. And then basically, we're going to say don't allow our regular user. And here we're going to put in the regular user. And I'm going to run the test again, and the test is going to pass. Whoops. Okay, so we need to also change the assert response to redirect. Rake, and now it's going to pass. Yay! All right, so now we have all the tests passing. We're actually writing the tests, and we're implementing our code over here. So in the upcoming episodes, I'm going to be implementing the UI for the admin area that will allow us to edit and delete posts and tag it with tags and all kinds of cool stuff. So that's just going to wrap it up for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.